Hi, good afternoon, South Africa. I haven't made live videos in a long time because we have so much rhetoric coming from people, and I don't ever respond to fodder. However, this is something very important which we need to talk about. Everybody in South Africa is backing that foreign nationals, African brothers and sisters, have to leave South Africa. And there's a mass kind of a campaign around South Africa to see which province can arrest as much foreigners as possible. Like Thabo Mbeki from the Mbeki Foundation has said now the other day that foreign nationals is not South Africa's problem. If we believe that the foreign nationals is a problem in this country, we are extremely confused and we are definitely going up the wrong path. Foreign nationals has never been the problem in this country. The problem in the country at the moment is the economy. And the economy is not creating enough jobs. It's not creating enough jobs for South Africans. But we cannot blame the African brother and sister that's in the country. They are there for a certain sector in the economy. They are either selling melons on the streets, working at hotels, and doing all kinds of jobs. And you know, we cannot say that they are taking away South Africans' jobs. There's a gap in the economy for these people, and I think we should just let them be. I would like to talk about a problem which I am foreseeing, and that is the rental market. If you go into Cape Town and into Johannesburg, you'll notice that the rentals, apartments, 70% of the CBD apartments are rented by people that's deemed as foreign nationals. So my appeal is to the ministers to understand that, okay, if we get rid of these people out of South Africa, who is going to occupy these buildings and take over the rentals? It's going to be very, very difficult to compensate for that. And it's billions and billions of this economy that's going to be lost. If you look at Johannesburg, if you look at the CBD in Johannesburg, if all foreign nationals are deemed to be illegal and they need to get out of the country, what's going to happen to the CBD? It's going to become a ghost town. How do we get back that kind of loss in the economy? So I'm appealing to South Africans that's got extreme hate in their hearts towards foreign nationals to say, these people are not the problems. The problem is the economy is not creating enough jobs for you, South Africans. And what we need to focus on is creating jobs for South Africans. For the foreign national, there's legal organizations, there's the courts. You need to go to these courts to get orders, court orders, to get yourself documented. And a lot of people coming in and saying, oh, but you can't get a court order. Do not listen to rhetoric. Every person's case is treated as an individual matter in the courts. So your matter is individualized. Goes to the court, you can prove to the court that you've been in the country for longer than 5 years. The courts can intervene to get you documentation. To the brother and sister that don't have documentation, that can't afford legal fees, you have the right to go into Home Affairs and apply for asylum. You have the right to do that. But it's very important that all undocumented people in South Africa need to be documented. You need to be documented. Because if you're not documented, you don't belong here in the country. Okay? So I'm appealing to South Africans to find it in your hearts to say, let's find a space for these African brothers and sisters. Like in Nigeria, in Zimbabwe, there's lots of South Africans there. A lot of South African companies in Nigeria, not a lot of South African companies in Zimbabwe. They're not saying get out of the country. If you go all across the world, in London, France, there's lots of South Africans that are there legally and some illegally, but they're trying to get there legally. It's very important. We need to look at the economy and say, it's not foreign nationals that's a problem. Now, to the foreign national that's here to commit crime, this is not your home. If you want to commit crime here in South Africa, I don't think there's any place in the world that you can go to and that's going to be accepted. So I'm appealing to South Africans too, and I'm appealing to all the ministers in different departments, especially Minister Senzo Mkhunu, Leon Schreiber, to say, let's get these people legal in the country. We are going to the courts, we're trying to get an amnesty for people that's got no documentation. But that's a process, it's a long process. Okay? Please get documented those that's undocumented. Thabo Mbeki is absolutely right. Our problems in South Africa is not foreign nationals. It's not our African brothers and sisters. The problem in South Africa is the economy is not creating enough jobs for South Africans. Let's work together to change society. Let's work together to end corruption, to end crime. Let's work together to get those on the streets that are not documented, to get them documented. God bless you. God bless Africa.